want you to pretend that you're at your favorite San Diego sports team thing. I'm going to go off stage right here, and I'm just going to say, welcome, Ken Davis, and go nuts. We're going to use it for a lot of the other guys, too, but just go crazy, okay? Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Please welcome Ken Davis. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for that sincere, spontaneous response. Oh, I love being here with you. This is absolutely amazing being here. Thank you for coming. Listen, someone just said, just a moment ago, that without laughter, we can't face life. And that's especially true if you travel. Let me tell you something. I have had it. I have had it. I think we can be secure without double-checking 90-year-old women. I just had the most horrible experience of my life. Just a little while ago, I was in an airport, and there was a guy in front of me that had a little bottle of Visine, about the size of the end of my finger. And the security guy, now some of you may work in security. The security guy said, you can't take that on the plane. And the man said, I have to take it on the plane because my eyes freeze shut. The doctor gave it to me. And the security guy said, well, where's the prescription? He didn't say it with that squeak. I'm so proud I'm 62 and puberty is here. He said, where's the prescription? And the guy said, it's right on the bottle. They were having this argument. I was late to the airport. There was a long line. I was going to miss my flight. And they're having this argument. I stood there with my hand over my mouth. How many of you have heard me before? Then you know that I'm in trouble a lot of the time. So I just stood there with my hand over my mouth because I've been in trouble before. One time they were going over me with that wand and it hit my watch. And it went off, the little paddle thing. It went off, beep, beep. And the man looked at me and said, what is that? I said, in Tennessee, we call out a watch. Now, I should have kept my mouth shut. Should have ended it right there. But my lips were already moving, so I figured, why not? I said, this one here has a lifetime guarantee. When it quits, little razor blade comes out, slits your wrist. Wrong answer. Now I know what a full body search is. So when the guy is arguing about the Visine bottle, I've just got my hands over my mouth. I don't want to say anything. Finally, after about 7 minutes of arguing, I realized I'm going to miss my flight. Then the security man said, well, listen, you can take it on if you step over there, and it was this far, and pick up one of them baggies and put it in there. Isn't this something that should have happened at the beginning of the conversation? And tell me, friends, what good is a baggie gonna do? Let's pretend that it's nitroglycerin. In the middle of the flight, it goes off. Somewhere deep in the belly of the plane, a baggie goes. I see a lot of people laughing, and a couple that might be security people. There's a couple people sitting there, well. So, you're wondering where the old lady went. She had to be 80. She's in a wheelchair. And they chose her for secondary screening. That means she's been screened once, but there's something suspicious about this woman. So they're going to screen her again. It took 2 people to hold her up. She was trembling. Does that make sense to you? She is trembling. They get halfway done with her, and she said, I'll tell you something. If I miss my flight, I'm going to kill some people. She missed her flight. How many young people are here? Are there any young people here at all? Oh, all the hand. I'm young. One guy, hold my hand up. You just enjoy it because someday you're going to get older. And strange stuff's going to happen to you. You walk into a room, make a little circle like a dog looking for a place to lay down. Because you're trying to remember why you came into the stupid room. Am I right, old people? No. Do you ever leave and come back hoping that will trigger something? If I wasn't married, I wouldn't know where I am ever. I'm telling you. Just the other day, I called out to my wife. I said, honey, help me. Please help me. I've been in this room for 15 minutes, and I have left twice, and I still do not know why I am here. She said, you're in the bathroom, idiot. Figure it out. Oh, look at the young people going, didn't you have to go? You get my age, you don't go when you have to go. You go when you're supposed to go. Look at him going, when's that? Depends. Losing my hair, see that? It's growing out everywhere. Except here. I got it in my nose and my ear. You know, it's so funny. I have a son-in-law that plays Southern gospel music, sings Southern gospel music. And those boys just tickle me. I guess I was born different. I watch them sing. How many of you enjoy Southern gospel music? Here's the deal. When they sing and they hit those high notes, their leg comes. Have you noticed their leg comes up? They pull their leg up like that. What is that? When I tell an especially good joke, you don't see me up here going. I always wondered about that. Well, one day, now this is going to sound like it's rambling, but that's because of my age. Just live with it. Other younger kids are coming out in just a second. But one day, my kids and my wife had been after me. Oh, you're gross. Why don't you take care of yourself? You need to clip those hairs in your nose. Dad, it's just gross. And my grandchildren are going, ew. So I looked. Those machines cost like $200. I'm not going to waste that kind of money. So I found an ad in the back of a comic book. Gives you a little idea of my intelligence. And it advertised one for like $7. And I ordered it. My whole family was home the day it came. And I opened the box. I was so excited. And here's what it was. It was 2 little pieces of steel that had ragged edges on them. And one, when you pinched it, one went this way and one went this way. So it made kind of like a lawnmower thing going this way and this. Unbelievable. I thought, what a genius thing. And so I thought, I will try it. And I put it inside this nostril, and I squeezed those 2 things. And I am here to tell you that it does not cut anything. But it grabs everything it touches. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be running around your own house with tears shooting 2.5 feet out of that eye? And this thing swinging from your nose, screaming like a little girl. I ran into my wife's office and I said, honey, I bought the thing. Oh, look at, ow, please help me. They're merciless. She said, oh, just give me that. and my leg went up like that. We sat backstage and we watched the television sweep across this audience. And I told the guys that I brought here, these are great people. Listen to the buzz. Look at, you don't see hardly any of them sitting there like this. Just two. And so I am happy to bring the kind of friends that I like to hang around here. All of these people are on a short-term release program. And I want you to give them the same kind of welcome that you gave me just a second ago. And the first guy is a young man that I met almost 25 years ago. And he was just a teenager. And I recognized then that he had a special gift. And I want you to welcome, his name is David Dean. Please welcome him to the platform. Mr. David Dean. Come on.
Thank you. That's Ken Davis right there. It's Ken Davis right there. Well, look at all the great-looking families here tonight. How many of you have strange people in your family? How many of you are the weird person in your family? I'm here for you. Give them a big round of applause. That's great. I'm here for you. Everybody's clapping except the teenagers. Oh, no way. I live with that person. No way. Teenagers, do you have weird parents? Get your hands up. This is a tip from your old Uncle Dave. You have weird parents, teenagers? Get your hands up. They do and say weird things, odd things. They're strange. Listen to your old Uncle Dave. Watch up here. Someday you're going to be your parents. Okay? It's not so funny anymore, is it? That's why God made moms and dads, to drive you crazy. I remember growing up, my mom used to do weird things. She would wait until the house was full of people, take her hand, put it under her armpit, and do the theme song from Gilligan's Island. You want to know what's bad? My friends would sing along. That's what made me mad. My dad, he taught middle school for 32 years. That'll push anybody over the edge, won't it? When he got angry, it was the funniest thing in the world. Little tip from your old Uncle Dave, teenagers, when your dad yells at you, don't laugh. Makes the situation worse, doesn't it? Dad would get so angry, his voice would change, and we thought that was hilarious. Get your homework done or you're in big trouble. I've worked all day and I've had it here. You didn't want people to come over. You'd beg your parents, don't talk. Don't speak. My friends are coming over. Sign a contract that you will not talk. Stay in the closet. If you have something to say, write it down and slip it under the door. Stay in there. Let me tell you something. I like it now when my parents are goofy. And how many of you parents have ever heard this from your kids? Mom and Dad, you're weird. You're strange. Have you heard that from your teenage daughter? You're weird. We have a 17-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter. We have Alex and Hannah. That's Hannah's big line. You're weird. You're strange. And then how does she greet her friends? You don't see me after church going up to the pastor, great sermon. No. If that's normal, I want to be stupid. We have Alex, he's 6'2", he's a big kid. He comes up to me sometimes, Dad, I'm 6'4", 240 pounds, I think I can take you out. Okay, you take me out and you're homeless, so think about that, buddy. How many of you are raising teenage boys right now? Help us, Jesus. I can tell because you are the ones weeping. Alex is 17. He's not talked to us in 2 years. He talks, but we don't understand him. Teenage boys have a language all of their own. Kind of a combination between Indian chief and caveman. Hey, Alex, how was school today? Do you have any homework tonight? What's the plans for the weekend? You'll have fun. Hannah Banana from Indiana, emotions are running high. Anybody raising teenage girls right now in the house? Yeah? Help us, Lord. Anything can set them off. Anything. Simple things. The dinner table. Do you want more carrots? What does that mean? Means, do you want more carrots? I'm going to my room! Alex, what did I say to her? I'm married to a wonderful woman. I feel like I'm married above myself. How many of you men, you did that? You married above yourself. You better get your hands up. Three of them been married so long. Did I, dear? Okay, yeah, I did. I just wanted to get your approval, honey. I'm so thankful I'm married to a godly woman. I'm on the road quite a bit, and I'm very thankful that she has godly women that she can turn to day or night when I'm gone. I've never met them. I've read their names in the checkbook, so I know they exist. Apparently there's a Mary Kay. I think there's a Vera Bradley, she knows. Big woman by the name of Longaberger, never met her before. But I'm very, very grateful that she has these women in her life. And I'm telling you what, we do devotions at night. See, we had a great idea. When Alex was a little guy, we'd call him Chief Sitting Bull because he's a high-maintenance kind of kid. You got those kind of kids in your house? High maintenance. Hey, the sky is blue. No, it's green! Okay, all right. We do devotions. I'd get home from a trip, and Betsy'd say, oh, boy, he was a real problem this weekend. You know what? I don't believe in spanking. You know what I believe in? Is when you put your toddler down to bed at night, when you do devotions, you read him the story of Abraham getting ready to sacrifice his son Isaac. Huh? That's kind of the Stephen King story of the Old Testament, isn't it? Lay down, son. I got a story for you. Before I read a story, you drove your mom crazy this weekend, didn't you? Lay down. Lay down. That's what Abraham said to his son Isaac. Brought a big old knife up into the air, ready to lunge it into his son's chest because he was out in left field. And then do you know what happened? I'll tell you tomorrow. Good night. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. How many of you have little people in your house? You have toddlers, little ones? Oh, aren't they great? They're so fun. Kids laugh when they shouldn't laugh. You see when people trip and fall, you're not supposed to laugh at that. What's a kid do? You fat guy! And the bone is sticking out of here. I'm going to jump on you. Studies say that children laugh the hardest. The older we get, the less we laugh. You walk into a nursery, kick the door open, and go, boom! Kids will fall down and laugh for a half hour. You pull that same stunt in a nursing home. They all fall down, but only 6 get back up. There's a difference. Little people giggle. They laugh. That's why I love Sunday school teachers that have the little ones. You are blessed with an enormous amount of patience because all the little girls are sitting over in a corner and they're coloring. And their hair is real pretty. And they have barrettes that matches their shoes. And they're coloring real pretty, and they're nice and neat, and they're showing their picture of everything they painted. And you go to the corner, and there's little boys, and they're eating glue. And they got scissors sticking out of their temple, and they're going, I want cookie. I want cookie. And God's up in heaven going, someday they're going to be married. You have to giggle. You have to laugh. Middle school boys. Are you raising middle school boys? Oh, how do we describe them? We went to your world famous zoo yesterday, and they let the monkeys go and replaced it with all the middle school boys in the cage, and the customers liked them better. And their favorite drink, Red Bull and Mountain Dew. Going high speed. I'm telling you, I think of all this as I was growing up because our family didn't go to church very often. Monday through Saturday, we were on time. Monday through Saturday, we were punctual. But something happens on Sunday morning. Isn't that right? You are late for church. You can't find your Bible. You've spilt coffee. People are running around and screaming and yelling. It's the worst day of the week. Why? Because Satan doesn't want you to come to church. You might hear the voice of God, and the truth will set you free. And it was the worst day of the week for us. Here's how Dad would get us ready for church on Sunday. Shut up, get in the car. We're late for church, and I'm not playing games anymore. Get in the car. Jesus may have died for you, but I'm going to kill you. Get in there right now. Mom had my two younger sisters in a headlock with a curling iron. You're going to be pretty for Jesus. Shut your mouth. You're going to be pretty for Jesus. Burn marks across your... You're going to be pretty for Jesus. The worst day of the week. You never tick off Mom in the kitchen, do you? Moms are impulsive. Which means the first thing they can grab, they'll attack you with it. Be nice to Mom in the kitchen. We'd say dumb things and she'd get angry. And then what would Mom say? What'd you say to me? She got so angry she lost her hair. What'd you say to me? Give me the blender. Shut up. Kids are smart. They know when to fight. When Dad's driving to church, when Mom's on the phone before church, that's when kids fight, isn't it? Sunday morning, the phone would ring. I'd become a priest, just start beating the sin out of my sisters. Come out, demon. Demon of ugliness. Come out. Come out. Mom's in the kitchen on the phone. She's talking. Now, she can't get to me. It's a wonderful feeling knowing she can't get to me. I think it's why I'm good at charades to this day. Because while she's on the phone, she's going, is that right? Yeah, I didn't know that, but that's... Praise hallelujah, Alice. We'll be there for the potluck. Thank you. Yes, our God is an awesome God. That's wonderful. We'll put down the prayer chain. Thanks so much, Alice. Then she had the nerve to whip the phone and... She'd pick it up. Sorry, Alice, dropped the phone. Sorry about that. Pack into the car and do 80 and a 50. Flying down the highway. Dad's driving like a madman. Mom's in the passenger seat, trying to put lipstick on. Dad's hitting every pothole in the road. She'd look at my dad and say, how do I look? At this point, we're thinking, no, don't speak. She's crazy. Don't speak. And Dad would say, like a clown. I'm the only boy in the back seat. This is a dream come true because he can't get to me. You know how young boys are with younger sisters. You poke, Boys' all-time favorite, the double yawn. I'm tired. Take them both out. Dad had a big fat King James Bible. He'd just start swinging it. Shut up back there. Here comes Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Here comes Revelation. You should have seen that one coming. We learn to laugh, learn to giggle, learn from children that it's okay to giggle. It's okay to laugh. Every day, get up, go to the mirror, look at yourself and laugh really hard. If you don't do it, someone will take the liberty and do it for you. I get nervous when I get calls from a pastor. Brother David, we're having a pastor's conference Saturday morning, 500 men. All pastors, Saturday morning, 7 a.m. I think, no, I don't want to do it. Not all men, anything but all men. We're going to sing praise and worship songs, memorize the book of Leviticus, and then have you speak. Is that okay? Do you want to be a part of that? And I'm thinking, oh, I'd rather play Twister with Richard Simmons. Are you kidding? I'm not doing that. 500 men, I start sweating like one of Dick Cheney's hunting partners. I'm not doing that. I don't care. Men for 40 minutes laughing like this. Good fellowship, isn't it, brother? Don't laugh. God will strike you dead. Don't do it. I love to speak at women's conferences that are great. Women, you laugh. You're like little people. You giggle, you laugh. You don't look around for approval. You giggle and laugh. And then what do? You tell the person next to you what I just said. I said it, she heard it, but you want to share it with her in your own language, don't you? Oh, did you? What? Didn't he? And your friends understand. A 5-minute routine can go on for an hour and a half. Ladies, when you trip and fall, you don't care. Men, when they fall, they look around. They're going into therapy, medication, counseling for months and months. Women are walking along. Whoa! I didn't see that. I was like, whoa! You're mean. You'll get your friends to it. Come here. You found it out, and I found it. I wet my pants. Learn to giggle. Learn to laugh. Hope you have a great time here tonight. Thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun here tonight.
David Dean. Great job, David. David Dean. Good comedy is when people nudge each other and recognize what you're talking about. If you didn't recognize that going to church thing, late for church, unbelievable. I had two girls, two of the most beautiful girls on the face of the earth. They were beautiful, but their rooms, I'm telling you, they lived like pigs. They lived like pigs. I went down there one time, there were cockroaches and mice coming out of their rooms with their suitcases going, we can't live like this tonight. We spent a fortune on hairspray for those girls. It took them forever to get ready to go into public, but they lived in absolute filth. But they would use that hairspray. It was, you'd go into their bathroom, there were little bugs on the floor going, help us, help us. Kick us loose, just help us. That's what I love about people who observe what's going around them. You know, someone identified comedy as a gentle way to acknowledge human frailty. So much of what we hear today is angry and mean-spirited. And when someone comes out and talks about their own lives and just recognizes that we don't have it all together, it's a wonderful thing. Now, the next two people that are coming out, this is unique. Some of you are going to remember back a little ways and think I've seen this style of comedy before. And I'm so glad these guys are doing what they're doing and doing. See, what I love is the folks that are going, I didn't get that. What was he doing? Please welcome Bean and Bailey. Bean and Bailey, please give them a big hand.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? Good? Good, very good.
Very excited to be here in California with you guys. It's just such a blessing to travel around this great country and to see all the different states and just thank God for making such a beautiful country.
We just came by way of Texas and Pennsylvania and then came back over here.
Thank you. So what I wanted to say was we need to never forget the sacrifices our forefathers made to make this nation.
That's right. Lincoln, Jefferson, Adams, and the other one were all very instrumental to the building of it.
The other what?
The fourth father. I can't remember his name right now, but they're all
Jackson, excuse me. When I said forefathers, it had nothing to do with the number 4. Forefathers, they came before us. They paved the way. And so we need...
That's silly. That could be hundreds of people, okay? It's actually the number...
Maybe it was hundreds of people, okay?
Okay, let me talk him through this, okay? How many heads on Mount Rushmore, Bradley?
What's that have to do with
How many heads on Mount Rushmore?
There's 4 heads on
Those are the forefathers.
Okay, Jackson,
That's why we took the time to chisel.
Hey. I can guarantee there were many men who made this nation what it is today, okay?
Okay, but there were also regular-sized men. Let's not forget those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Not many, not tiny little people. Many men who made this nation.
Well, right, sure.
Men and women, specific heroes that we studied in school, no matter where you're raised, in Tennessee or California.
Right,
we all
like
studied those same...
That Patrick guy who said, "Give me that statue or kill me." That made a huge impact on our nation. I got to admit, I don't
remember that quote. Patrick Henry?
That's the guy.
Okay, he said, "Give me liberty or give me death."
I know, and I don't know why I wanted the Statue of Liberty so bad, but it made a huge impact on our nation.
Hey. Nothing to do with the Statue of Liberty. Liberty meaning freedom. Give me my freedom or I'd rather die.
Wow, that's profound.
You bet that's profound.
No, I'm serious. They should teach that in school.
Okay, my favorite hero was Paul Revere, the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere.
Yeah, that's good.
He was in an elite group of men.
The Minutemen.
You're right.
I know because I like that story too. And whenever they rode, when he rode through the town on their horses like this, and whenever he gave out that sound, whatever the call was back then, I don't know, maybe it was woo. Whatever, I don't know. But whenever he gave out the sound, they had to be dressed and out the door. They had to get ready and be dressed and out the door in 1 minute, which I think is why there were no women in the group there. Don't get me wrong, okay? I think they had the hour and a half women, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But by the time they got out there, the battle was over.
Right. But they looked good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And being from Tennessee, of course, from Tennessee, the Civil War is a big one that we put a lot of emphasis on in school. The Civil War, because so much hung in the balance.
Okay.
I mean, you guys know about this.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. If you're gonna talk about the war, you're gonna have to get the name of the war correct.
I said it right. If you'll be quiet, I said it right. The Civil War.
Right. Okay, but it's the Silver War. That's what the whole thing was about. It's like, we want the silver. No, we want the silver. It made such a huge impact on our nation. You don't sit down at a meal without thinking about that war today.
What?
Yeah, what do you eat with, Bradley?
What do I eat with?
Yeah.
A fork and a spoon?
Yeah, Silver War.
Jackson, silverware.
Yeah, like you wear forks and spoons.
Okay, just forget it. Look,
makes
Jackson.
a lot of sense.
Speaking of American, why don't we do some of those songs that celebrate what it means to be an American? Those great American classic folk songs that we all learned in school. Those songs that tell you know what I'm talking about, Jackson? Folk music.
You're talking about Elvis, right?
No.
Yeah. I said a one for the money.
Jackson, Elvis. Hey. Elvis Presley's music was not folk music.
Well, my folks liked it.
All right, folks. Let me tell you something. He knows what I'm talking about. All right, now come on.
What if I do know what you're talking about? But let me ask you a question, okay?
What?
These songs that you're about to sing. Have you ever thought of the words to any of these songs?
Of course, I've noticed the words. All right,
well,
they're fine.
To me, they don't make sense.
They're not supposed to make sense. Just enjoy them. Now here we go. You get a line, I'll get a pole. Sing it if you know it. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. All right.
You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go fishing across that hole, honey, baby, my. All right, everybody.
All right, look, people were enjoying that until you started making fun of it.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. Who's going to take their first date to a crawdad hole?
Maybe I picked the wrong song for you tonight.
Maybe you did.
How about Jimmy Cracked Corn?
What? No! We can't sing about a bowel movement. Okay, it's not going to happen.
Cracked corn. Cracked corn. All right? Now, come on. Just sing it.
Cracked corn?
Cracked corn. It's like shucking corn or something, okay?
That's what does that, it means what?
It's like shucking corn or something. All right, now let's go.
All right. For the record, what I thought it meant makes a lot more sense.
Okay. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Come on. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care.
I don't care. No, I don't care.
That's not how it goes.
I don't care. This is a stupid song.
Look, Jackson, you've got to admit, everybody loves She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain. Huh?
All right.
Let's do that.
This is a good song. I enjoy singing this particular tune. So this is a good one. We'll do this one.
Okay, let's just sing it. Stop talking about
sorry.
it.
It's just I've always wondered to myself, I've always wondered who is coming around the mountain. You
Doesn't
know what I'm
matter.
saying?
Hey, Jackson, you know what? It just does not matter who's coming around the mountain, all right?
Okay.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
There you go.
She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. All right, let's do that verse. She'll be riding 6 white horses.
Wow, she's huge.
What? All right. Jackson.
I'm just saying, man. One horse is big, but you got one lady on 6 horses.
All right.
I've never seen a lady that big. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
enough. Okay, Jackson. That is quite...
I will admit this. I will admit this. I've never thought about that. The second verse makes a lot more sense to
What
me now.
are you talking about now?
That second verse of that song.
What?
Says we'll all go out to feed her.
It does not say that. Stop it. All right, I apologize to the folk music fans here. Jackson, look, right now, Jackson, what we need to do is to do a couple of impersonations for these guys right now, because I think they would appreciate this. This next sketch could span...
I can do that. I can do impersonations because
What?
I've been going to the zoo lately. We've got zoo passes, right? And
What?
my kids love the zoo, but it gets old to me because I've been 1,000 times, and once you've seen an elephant stand there and eat hay, you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And so what I've done to make it more exciting is I take a mirror with me when I go to the zoo, and I look at the animal, and then I look at the mirror. And I look at the animal, and I look at the mirror. And then, you know, you get the idea until I finally got it down. And so I can do 2 of these. I think this is what he's talking about. So first of all, I've mastered the turtle. So here's a turtle.
Okay. Okay. That's a good turtle.
Right, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, now
I'm telling you, it's a fun game. And the second one I can do is an ostrich. So here you go. Right, thank you so
Jackson,
much. Yeah, I've
thank
been
you.
working on those
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much. But I have to tell you, those are impressions. When I said impersonations, that's when you imitate
A person.
Okay, so Jackson.
That's my fault.
Yeah. So right
I can
now,
do 2 of those as well.
What?
I can impersonate Bradley.
What?
It goes like this.
Okay, just go on. All right, so I used to teach school. Do we have any school teachers here tonight? School teachers in the house or former school teachers here tonight? Okay, good to see you. I taught 3rd grade for 4 years. Jackson was in 3rd grade for 4 years. And I would take my guitar to school to do fun songs with the kids on a rainy day, but they would never let me put the guitar back in the case without saying, Mr. Bean, aren't you going to do Elvis? So I started shaking my leg and singing Hound Dog. They thought Elvis had arrived in the classroom. All right, so Elvis was the king of... That's right. Now Jackson here impersonates the king of pop. All right? Now, Michael Jackson, okay. Now, it's very sad in American history that the king of rock and the king of pop never performed together. So what if they did? This is called The King Meets the King. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elvis Presley. I'm the king of rock and roll. I'm going to sing a little Hound Dog for you guys tonight. So let's get started here tonight with a little Hound Dog.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you. I'm Michael Jackson. I'm the king of pop.
Excuse me, there's only one king, all right? So if you'll sit on down, I'm going to sing a little...
Like I said, I'm Michael Jackson. I'm the king of pop. I thought I'd do a nice slow pop song. Maybe you could sing back up for me.
All right, we're going to do his one... I'm not going to sing back up for anybody, all right? We're going to do his one little song here and get him off the stage, and I'll come back with a little Hound Dog, all right? Here we go. So what... Excuse me, kid. Hey, what key do you need there?
Just give me a C. That'd be great.
All right.
Another day is gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be that you're not here with me? I never say goodbye. Someone tell me why. Didn't you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did I slip away? When something whispers in my ear and says that you were not.
You're not alone.
I am here with you.
I'm right here, sweet darling.
And though you're far apart,
I've been a hound dog.
You're always in my heart.
Keep it going, kid. I like this. 'Cause you are not alone, and I just want to be your teddy bear.
I am here with you.
I love you tender.
And though you're far away,
oh, baby,
I am here to stay.
Come on, kid. Let's keep it going. 'Cause you are not alone. That's right, darling. I am here with you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, are you all right there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just staying warmed up. You know how it goes there.
I thought you had something in your throat.
No, but
Tell you
that's
what,
very
kid,
nice.
that was all right when we came together. Maybe you could sing on one of my songs.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hey, do you know my song, Hound Dog?
Oh, yes, everyone knows Hound Dog.
All right, why don't you just move on over that way, back on up a little bit. Here we go. Sorry to keep you ladies waiting. A little Hound Dog. You know how to sing harmony? You know how to sing...
Yeah, like you want me to sing backup now.
Why don't you back up right now out of the way? All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, just a little harmony back there. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You know the time. You ain't... Hold on, what's going on?
I was just getting a little warmed up there.
There ain't no warming up to it, all right? You just stand right there.
Sorry.
Don't run off anywhere. All right, here we go. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You know the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You know the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. Woo! They said you was high class. What's going on? Woo! Well, that was just a lie. You know they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Hey, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. Okay, you can sit down now. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Sit down. You know the time. I said you can sit down. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You know the time. Sit down. You ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you so much for laughing with us. You know, the Bible says that laughter is a good medicine. And you know, when you think about when God made humans, He could have just left out laughter and we would have been a lot more boring creatures. But He gave us laughter to bless our lives and as a healing tool. And so thank you for participating with us in that blessing tonight. And Jackson, I think the last thing we do right now before we're done here, we're from Tennessee. A lot of people think of Tennessee. They think of Memphis. They think of blues. We were just doing a little Elvis there, and I started thinking maybe let's wrap it up with a little blues tonight, huh?
We can do that. All right. How do you guys like blues music? All right. Very good. Very good. Well, I guess we'll do a little bit of that to end up the show then. Or at least our part. I'm feeling the groove. You guys are doing good.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Sure. I got the blues. I got the blues. I got the blues. I got the blues. You see, I work all week just to pay my dues. I got the...
Just a second. Jackson, excuse me, just one moment. What are you doing?
All blues music has a harmonica. We all know that.
You don't have a harmonica.
Clearly. But I do have the next best thing. I've got the hand monica, right?
The hand monica.
And I take it with me wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I can almost play it in any key.
All right, we'll finish it up with the hand monica. What was that?
It's a chicken.
We've all got the blues. Jackson Bailey on the harmonica. Thank you very much for being a
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Dean Bailey. I told you, now they're going back to the home. Isn't that unique? Remind you of anybody? Yeah, it's good to have that wonderful style back again. I want you to welcome this next gentleman. I met him about 2 years ago. And it's amazing. Folks, let me tell you, there are a whole team of people who have a heart for God, who are living where most of us can't go, and making a wonderful statement for what Christ means to them. And these are just some of the guys that are doing it. And this next young man is one of them, and he is a very, very funny gentleman. I'd like you to welcome, please, Mr. John Branyan. Come on out, John. Come on, give it up for Mr. John Branyan.
Thanks, Ken Dave. Sir. I'm one of the guys living where most of you can't go. I live in Indiana. Thanks. That's usually how I start, just to impress people. And I'll tell you, I like living in Indiana. You know, this is California. A little different from Indiana. And I meet people from California all the time. And most of the time, I'm impressed. But sometimes I meet people who live out here on the West Coast, and they think that the West Coast is everything. You think you're all that in a bag of chips out here on the West Coast, you know? And they find out that I'm from Indiana, they say stuff to me like, "Oh, you're from Indiana? Why?" Out here on the West Coast, we've got everything. We've got the sunshine, we've got sand, surf, Hollywood. What have you got? Well, we have all of your food. I actually got a brochure in the mail from Napa Valley, California, which is famous, of course, for wine, yeah. And they wanted me to come to Napa Valley and spend my entire vacation touring the vineyards. That's what the whole brochure was about. Oh, come to Napa Valley and tour the vineyards. Walk the path where Ernest and Julio Gallo have walked. See the wine presses in operation. Woohoo! Vineyard is a fancy word for a grape farm. Seen lots of farms where I'm from. I think I'm going to start sending brochures out here. Hey, why don't you all come to Indiana? Look at our maize yards. And walk the path where Orville and Gary Redenbacher have walked. And I think that laughter is important enough that God has built it into creation. You just open up your eyes, you can find stuff to laugh about. He's made it everywhere. funny stuff. He's made West Virginia. See? I was in West Virginia recently, and they had a sign next to the road in West Virginia, right next to the road, big sign that said, speed controlled by aircraft. Aircraft. How exactly would that work? Pull over! Don't you make me come back there! But my favorite West Virginia sign was right next to the road. It had a picture of a cell phone on it with a red circle around it and a line through it. And it said, report distracted drivers. Right underneath that, there was a telephone number. That stuff. I think more helpful would be a sign with a picture of a lady with a dog in her lap driving down the road, red circle around it and line through it. Have you seen that phenomenon? People driving with dogs in their laps. How much confidence do you have to have in your ability to operate a motorized vehicle that ever happens? You just driving along, this is not as challenging as I think it should be. I could really use something to take my mind off of driving right now. I know, I'll put a live animal in my lap. Because if that was really the test of professional driving, don't you think real professional drivers would do that? You'd watch a NASCAR, they'd pull into the pits, throw 4 tires on, chuck a poodle through the front window. The better the driver, the bigger the animal, Jeff Gordon get a goat. There's funny stuff everywhere. You just open your eyes. You can find it. He made the sandwich places. People, you can go in and get a sandwich made, and they advertise them now. They make it right before your eyes. We make your sandwich while you watch. You can watch us make the sandwich. Oh. Remember the old days when they used to make the sandwiches back behind closed doors in the kitchen? We had no idea how they constructed such a thing, You'd unwrap it and just marvel at the technology. Wonder how they did that. Wish they'd let me watch. We had a fast food place a few years ago that said, we make it your way. There's a novel idea, if the customer, hey, if you don't want pickles on it, we won't put pickles on it. Because you could never do that at home in your own kitchen, No, there's still pickles on this. I no idea how to get those off. Just open your eyes. Cappuccino sweeping the nation. It's nature's most perfect food. Cappuccino. And people will line up for cappuccino. Anywhere, any place where there's cappuccino, people line up and watch the people in line for cappuccino. Watch the excitement in their little face. And then listen to the cappuccino machine. Have you ever heard the noise a cappuccino machine makes? Cappuccino machine. Cappuccino is the only thing that we will allow that sound to be made before we eat it. You went into a pizzeria, your pepperoni coming right up. Open your eyes. And it's a good thing. It's really a good thing that God has built laughter into creation, made it access. It's easy to access. It's everywhere. We're surrounded by it. So open your eyes. Because it's like oxygen. Oxygen is also fairly important. Am I right? You got to have oxygen several times a day. So God surrounds us, and we're in a sea of oxygen. We don't have to go looking for it. And it's a good thing we don't have to go looking for it, because if we did, if we had to go looking for oxygen, you know we would procrastinate. I could really use a breath of fresh air. Next commercial. We don't have to look for it. It's right there. It's funny stuff. I was watching a fishing show on television recently, and fishing is funny. I went sports fishing with a friend of mine, and fishermen especially are very they're funny people because they take it very seriously. You know, they're into the fishing thing. And I went sport fishing, which I don't know if anybody's done that, but sport fishing is catch and release. Catch and release fishing. It takes the same amount of time. You spend the same money on bait. You get the same sunburn at the boat, but you just let the fish go. Just turn him loose. Bye, fish. Stupid. Human beings are the only animals on the planet that would ever conceive of catch and release. You know, a grizzly bear's never going to storm into your camp, jerk you out of your sleeping bag. Go back and tell his buddies in the woods he was that big. Scrappy little fella. He's a fighter. It also only works with fishing. You couldn't do shoot and release duck hunting. You're free, little fella. Open your eyes. Doing some reading recently too. Been reading. Anybody else? Anybody else reading? Let's see some hands. Who's reading out there? Tremendous. About 30 people. Good. Good to see the people in the church reading. That's. Guess God should have made a movie instead of a book, huh? But USA Today had an amazing article about the Hubble Telescope a little while back. The Hubble Telescope, remember, we put that up in space so we could look at all that stuff. And well, there it is. And scientists using the Hubble Telescope, according to the article I read, have discovered the edge of the universe. That's what the article said, the edge of the whole universe. Yeah. My question is, how do they know? How do they know that's the edge? Looking through the big telescope, what they see out there? A bunch of boards and orange cones stacked up next to the stars. And universe construction guys just leaning on their shovels. That's far enough. But that's what science does. They spend time and money and intense research so they can discover stuff, tell society about it, and then society can react pretty much the way you did. Don't care. Look at everything that science has told society that we flat ignore. Alcohol kills brain cells. Nobody cares. I mean, the sporting events are supported by alcohol. They wouldn't have. And you know why? You know why people don't care that alcohol kills brain cells? Because the very people that told us alcohol kills brain cells are the same people that told us human beings only use about 10% of their brains. So taverns are full of all the geniuses going, hey, we got 90% to blow. So as a result, you know, science is out there and they're inventing stuff and they're giving us things that are designed to make our lives easier, you know, and it works, doesn't it? You know, electric hand dryers in the bathrooms. What a tremendous convenience and time saver this is for all of us. It's for your protection. That's they got a little sign right there on the blower that says this is for your protection because it's more sanitary than paper towels. This is all for you. we're thinking of nobody but you for your protection. Yeah, you ever seen that? You're going into the hotel and there's a paper ring around the toilet seat that says the same thing, for your protection. Doesn't that make you feel more secure? Sometimes I see that. I don't even lock the door to the room. So like right here, that's after you wash your hands. Because it's way more sanitary to do this. And then that's how surgeons scrub up. They just... There's funny stuff everywhere. Bathrooms. Have you noticed in public restrooms now, that in public restrooms anymore, they don't have handles on the toilets? Have you seen that? That they don't trust us to operate that complicated mechanism on our own. Now they have an electric eye that just watches you. It just flushes whenever it feels like it. It is so loud. Do we need that much suction in a toilet? What are people putting in there? Cat died. What should I do with him? Take him to the airport. Flush him down. Everywhere. Airports. Have you noticed in the airports, too, that Ken was talking about travel and it's funny stuff in the airports. There's no signs in the airports anymore, very few. Now they have electronic voices that just announce all the stuff, pre-recorded voices, just tell you all the important things. Like don't leave your bag at there. Don't leave your bag unattended. Do not turn your back on your bag for a second. Look around. Can you see your bag? Can you? Well, you better find it, because if we find your bag, we're going to blow your bag to pieces. Let me tell you not to give your bag to strangers. Don't give your bag to strangers. Don't take bags from people you don't know and carry them on the plane. Who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody. Here, I got this bag. Take it with you to Denver. Go. Just take it. Go. You're fine. Here's his diaper bag in case he fusses. That voice is everywhere. That voice they put that at the end of the moving sidewalk. The end of the moving sidewalk, the voice comes over, says, "Hey, the moving sidewalk is coming to an end. So you better get off the moving sidewalk." No kidding. Who's this for? Who gets on at the other end and goes, "You know what? I'm taking this to Nashville." But they don't put it everywhere. They don't put it... I'm surprised they don't put that voice on the revolving door out in front of the airport if they think we're that stupid. Hey, you're going in a circle. Everything looks familiar because you've been here before. And they don't put it where we really need it, which is in the men's restroom. You're not close enough to the urinal. Yeah, you know who you are. My favorite announcement, though, is the announcement that they make just after you get on the plane, the announcements that they make. Like they tell you where the bathrooms are. Hey, welcome to Delta Flight 107. I'd like to point out the bathrooms are located at the front and the rear of the airplane. No kidding. It's pretty much a hallway. Where else are they going to be? Are there people going through the overhead bins during flight? And then just before you land in the airplane, the stewardess will come over, or the flight attendant, whatever. They'll come over and they'll say something like, ladies and gentlemen, we've been cleared for landing. And they always say it like they're just a little bit surprised that happened. You know, we didn't know what to expect when we took off, but good news! Like sometime they're going to come over and go, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but we've not been cleared for landing. Evidently, the pilot and the tower guy had a fight over a woman a few years ago, and we're just going to have to veer out over Lake Michigan until we run out of gas. Your seat cushion floats. So there you go. I'd like to hear the pilot do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your captain speaking, and we've not been cleared for landing. But I'm going to go for it anyway. So I gotta quit. But before I go, I do want to tell you, Bean and Bailey were out here doing their little musical skit. And any guy in this planet, if he's honest, will tell you that at some point in his life he wanted to play music in a rock and roll band. You look at him; he's shaking his head, but he's lying. Everybody wants to do it, and I did. I wanted, because and it's a guitar player, the lead guitar player in a rock and roll band. He's got a sweet gig, because if you watch them on TV when they play guitar, they put a lot into it. I mean, playing guitar is not really all that hard. But you watch them on TV and it's much... that is the only job you can get away with that, You go in to have your taxes done if the accountant whipped out a calculator. Yeah, there's going to be an audit. So I actually was actually wrote lyrics for a heavy metal rock and roll band. You look like you believe me, so I'll go on. And it was an incredible experience, because I learned that in all of heavy metal music, in all of it, there are just 4 words, 4. And all the bands and all the world and all their music just use these same 4 words, but move them around from song to song. The words are baby, woman, rock and roll, and a hyphenated word, yabba sabba la, which doesn't mean anything. But it sounds great when you scream it into a microphone. Listen. I don't even usually do the whammy bar, but you're such a great audience. Baby, rock and roll, oh man, I'm John Branyan. God bless you guys. Thanks.
Oh, man. John Branyan. You watch. You're going to see more of John Branyan. You just keep your eye on your TV. John Branyan, by the way, I don't know if you know this, watches Jay Leno. It's just amazing what God does. you're going to really, really enjoy this next person. Would you... my friend David Pendleton. Welcome, David Pendleton.
Well, thank you very much. He did not tell you that I am actually going to be demonstrating for you tonight my ability as a ventriloquist. I'm a ventriloquist, and so that's what I will be doing for you tonight. Now, I will tell you that a lot of times people ask me, as a ventriloquist, if I ever do practical jokes. People have all sorts of ideas for practical jokes that ventriloquists might do. You know, pull pranks on their friends, throw their voice in various places, and freak people out. They often want me to teach them ventriloquism, not so that they can perform like I do, but so they can just, pull pranks on their friends. I must admit there are times for me as a ventriloquist when it is a little bit hard to resist the temptation to pull a prank using the ventriloquism. But there have been a couple of times it's been a little inappropriate. Like, I'm pretty sure I will never be asked to be a pallbearer again. Let's just say. Just seemed like it would be fun, but I do have little people that travel around with me inside of suitcases, and I brought somebody with me in this suitcase here today. Now, you probably need to know that ventriloquists generally do not refer to them as dummies. Oftentimes, you'll hear people call them dummies, and you need to know that that is not really considered politically correct to refer to them as dummies. So if we're going to be politically correct, we would refer to them as wooden Americans. So just consider. Just kind of how that works. But actually, I have somebody down here. Actually, she's not made out of wood, but you will get a chance to meet her here. I'm going to bring her out. This is someone that really kind of has become sort of the favorite in my act, and she really keeps me on the straight and narrow. Her name is Aunt Tilly. Let me bring her. Here we go. All right, that's nice. Thank you. There we go. Let me fix your glasses there. Oh, my. There we go. So, Tilly, we're in...
Well...
What's that?
I feel right at home here.
Oh, no.
Makes me have to take my medication there.
So how you doing, Tilly?
What?
How you doing?
Well, I'm all right.
Okay.
I am. I can sit up and take nourishment.
That's good.
Least I'm on the green side of the side.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. But you're feeling all right.
Well, I am. I had a little cough the other day, but I'm doing better now.
Oh, you had a cough. Mm-hmm. I see. What did you do for it?
I went to the doctor.
Okay, what did the doctor do for you?
He gave me a laxative.
Doctor gave you a laxative for a cough. Mm-hmm. Well, did it help?
Oh, my, yes. Now I'm afraid to cough.
Okay.
He gave me a laxative and some Prozac.
A laxative and Prozac?
Yeah, so I've been going to the John a lot, but I'm feeling good about it.
Okay. Okay.
Has made me kind of irregular.
What's that?
Well, it has.
Okay. Tilly.
What?
It's just kind of embarrassing when you talk about that sort of stuff, publicly. It's just a little bit too much information for us.
Well, I'm sorry. What else am I going to talk about?
I'm sure you'll come up with something here.
Normally, I'm very regular. Seven o'clock every morning.
All right, that's great.
No, that's bad.
That's bad?
I don't get up till 8.
All right, let's just change the subject. How about telling everybody how old you are?
What?
Tell them how old you are.
Well, I'm 94.
94.
That's right. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Miss America, 1933. Yeah, back then there were a lot less Americans.
That's true.
I used to have an hourglass figure. Now the sands of time have gone down a bit.
I see.
Yeah. It's later than you think. Yeah, now I have the old furniture disease.
The old furniture disease? Mm-hmm. And what is that?
My chest done dropped into my drawers. Oh, you laugh. It's not funny.
All right, well, Tilly, have you ever been married?
No. Darn it, no. No, I'm still looking. No. Oh, there's a fella sitting over there. He's on the front row right there on the end there. You kind of spiky hair right there. Hi, honey. Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
That fella. Take me over there.
What? I don't know. Who are you?
Right over here. Yes. What's your name, honey? Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Right down here, yeah. That's one. What is it?
Sam. Hi, Sam. Stand up, Sam. Come on. All right. There you go. Nice to see you, honey. Sam, are you married? Well, I think I hit pay dirt. How old are you, Sam? Oh, 20. That'll do. Well, Sam, I'm available. Sam, you're a nice-looking fella. What's that? Oh, don't thank me. He said it.
Oh, come on. You can sit down. Sam's a little young for you, Tilly.
Why?
He's a little young for you. I mean, if the two of you got married, that could be fatal.
Well, if he dies, he dies. Who's this fella down here on the front row right there? Got his arms folded. Hi, honey. What's your name, honey? Lenny. Lenny? Yes, come on up here, Lenny. Come on. All right.
How are you?
Well, that's so nice you could get dressed up for the show tonight, Lenny.
Thank you. You know, it's summertime.
Well, Lenny, I can tell you're on the level.
Yeah. What level's that?
Well, you got your double in the middle.
Oh! You know, I don't have a comeback to that one.
We got a live one here.
I just heard that was table muscle.
Well, hey, honey, now you face the crowd. I just want to do something. I want to sing you a song.
Okay.
All right, you just face the crowd. I'm just going to sit down right up here.
All right, so you're gonna sing in the song. Tilly, what are you doing?
I'm just checking my makeup.
Oh, okay.
All right. Oh, be careful, Lenny. I feel a cough coming on.
You gonna be all right?
Well, depends.
Oh, okay.
All right, honey. Here's my song. You ready? Here we go. Oh, darling, I am growing old. Silver threads among the gold shine upon my brow today. Life is fading fast away, but my darling, you'll be always young and fair to me. Oh yes, my darling, you will be always young and fair to me. Oh my, thank you, honey. Well, you know, the other day,
Yeah.
I was at the Senior Citizen Center, and there was a gentleman there, and I said to him, I said, I'll bet I can tell you how old you are. He said, no, you can't. I said, yes, I can. I'll bet you $30 I can tell you how old you are. He said, all right, you're on. So I said, stand up. And he stood up, and I said, take your clothes off. Well, he thought about that for a minute. But he said, well, $30 is $30. So he did, and I said, turn around in a circle, and he turned around. And I said, you're 87. And he said, how did you know that? And I said, 'cause you told me yesterday.
Yeah.
I like that story.
God. All right, Telly, I've got something else to bring out and show these guys. So I'm going to put you back in the case.
Like-
Can I put you back in here?
Honey, I'll die.
You'll be all right. Just kind of put you.
David?
What?
David?
What's wrong?
I'm hanging.
No, sorry about that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Okay. All right, how you doing?
Not good.
What's wrong?
I fallen, and I can't get up.
All right, thanks. I actually have somebody else I'm going to bring out and show you real quick here. I'm going to bring him on out of the case. There we go. Okay. All right, want to say hello to everyone? Just say hi. Come on, say hi. Yeah, there you go. Say hi. Okay, say hi.
Hi.
You tell everybody your name? Oh, come on. What's your name?
Vern.
Vern?
Yeah.
All right, what kind of a bird are you, Vern?
Vulture.
You're a vulture?
Mm-hmm.
Most vultures I've seen are usually black birds. You're white.
Albino.
Albino vulture.
Mm-hmm.
Most albino animals that I've seen usually have red eyes.
Contacts.
Actually, I would say with your shape and your coloring, it seems to me that you're actually a cockatoo.
Ah.
You're not a vulture, you're a cockatoo.
I'm a vulture.
No, you're a cockatoo.
What are you?
I'm a guy. I'm a man.
Men had muscles. Men don't play with puppets.
You're a vulture. No.
I am.
No. You're a cockatoo.
I'm a vulture, puppet boy.
Okay, fine. All right, how you feeling?
Hungry.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What do vultures usually eat?
Road pizza.
Road pizza. Yeah. Road pizza, that's true. They're scavengers and ate roadkill and that sort of thing. But Vern, I thought, Vern, you staring at someone?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you staring at?
Lenny.
Wait. What? Why are you staring at him?
Waiting.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
What's that?
look.
What?
Dr. David Jeremiah. Dr. Jeremiah. Come here.
You're bringing Dr. Jeremiah up on the stage here with us?
Yes,
I see. And why is that?
got an idea.
What is that?
Use Dr. Jeremiah as the dummy.
Use him as the dummy.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Well, if I do that, that means I need to put you back inside the case.
All right.
Okay, hang on just 1 second here, Doc.
Oh, don't put it in here.
Sorry about that.
Ow!
What's wrong?
He bit me.
Vern, don't do that.
Thought she was dead. Oh, my goodness, is that Dr. Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Jeremiah.
Good to see you.
Dr. Jeremiah?
Yes, ma'am.
I bet I can tell you how old you are.
Okay, actually, here's what we're going to do. If you would do this for me, I'm just going to have you stand right here. Actually, if you could yeah, that's good, right there. Thank you so much for having us here.
Enjoy it. It's your last time.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good. Last time. Never again. Okay, what I'm going to do, Dr. Jeremiah, is I'm just going to push on the back of your neck. And when I do that, I'd like you to just simply open your mouth.
Can you come Sunday?
Yeah. Can I come? Open your mouth so that everybody can see. Okay, here we go. When I push in the back of your neck, that's when you open your mouth. Okay, here we go. Excellent. Okay, that's great. Let's just try to. That's great. Now, you don't need to say anything. I will provide the words. All you have to do is just open and close your mouth. All right. Would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hi.
And how are you today?
Fine.
Fine. You having a good day?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Can you tell everybody your name?
Uh-huh.
All right. And what is your name?
Tina.
Well, what are you going to do for us tonight, Tina?
Sing.
You're going to sing?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, actually, you know what? If we're going to do a song, it might be fun to have others join us up here on the stage. Wouldn't you agree? And, our friend and host, at least hosting this program tonight, Ken Davis, I'd like you to come up and join me up here on the stage. Ken, I have no idea I was going to ask you to do this, but Ken, come on up here. Oh, he's got a mic up here.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, Ken, I'm going to put you over here on this side.
Yeah.
And you know the drill. I'm just going to push in the back of your neck, and when I do that, I want you to open your mouth, but you don't say anything. Yeah, you don't need them. All right, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hello.
Oh, very nice. You having a good night?
Not anymore.
Okay, and I also wanted to get a woman, a lady up here on stage, and I was asking around, and somebody told me that there's someone sitting right over here, right there, named Kathy, right over here. Is that your? Yes. Let's give Kathy a hand. She's going to come up. She had no idea I was going to ask her to do this. But somebody said, oh, Kathy would be great. She'd be a great sport. So, Kathy, I'm going to have you stand right here. It's right out of the audience here. Thank you so much for coming up and helping me out. You know the drill. I'm just going to push in the back of your neck and you open your mouth. Would you like to say hello to everyone?
Yep.
You having a good night?
Yep.
Okay, very nice. Okay, what we're going to do here is a medley of Sunday school sing-along songs. And so these are probably songs that you'd be familiar with, songs like Deep and Wide, Deep and Wide. You know that song? So if you know it, you probably also know that it has motions. Remember that? Deep and wide. Yes, deep and wide. So if you know the motions to the song, do the motions along with the song. It just makes it so much more enjoyable for everybody to watch out there. Now, this is a medley, okay? A medley of songs. Deep and Wide is just one of the songs in that medley. So that was just an example. That's not going to be the first song for you, just to let you know. But if you know the motions to the song, just do the motions along with it. And if you know the words, mouth along with the words as best as you can. It makes it so much more believable out there. So here we go. Let's go for it. Here we go. Face the crowd.
The Lord said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody. Lord said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody. Get those children out of the muddy.
Well, it rained and it poured for 40 long days. It rained and it poured for 40 long days. Nearly drove those animals, crazy, crazy children of the Lord.
I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. I will sing. I will sing. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord.
If you're happy and you know it, say amen.
Amen.
If you're happy and you know it, say amen.
Amen.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, say amen.
Amen. Got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart to stay.
Here's the really tricky part. It goes really fast.
I got the one is a lot of the blessed Redeemer way down in the depths of my heart. Way down in the depths of my heart. Way down in the depths of my heart. I got the one is a lot of the blessed Redeemer way down in the depths of my heart. Way down in the depths of my heart to stay.
This is light of mine. This is light of mine. I can let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Light it up, rubber shoot.
No.
I can let it shine. Light it up, rubber shoot.
No.
I can let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Get me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. I'm in the Lord's army. I may never march in the infantry, fighting, shoot the artillery. I may never zoom or the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army.
Dear Lord, oh dear Lord, oh dear, remember me. Dear Lord, oh dear Lord, oh dear, remember me. Dear Lord, oh dear remember me. Way beyond the blue.
Oh, wow. You know, I'm going to get through that. Okay, here we go. Step aside. Here we go.
Deep and wide, deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide.
Sunshine Mountain, heavenly breezes blow. Climb, climb up Sunshine Mountain, faces all aglow. Looking to the sky. Climb, climb up Sunshine Mountain, you and I.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord.
Hallelujah,
Praise ye the Lord.
hallelujah,
Praise ye the Lord.
hallelujah.
Praise ye the Lord.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.
Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I
Okay. We're going to go back and forth between the three of you. Everybody just kind of keep their spacing here, and you'll know it's your part when I push.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.
Rejoice, rejoice, 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 and again I say rejoice.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.
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 David Pendleton. Give him a big hand. Bean and Bailey. David Dean. John Branyan. And David Pendleton.
Well, Tilly, the show is over.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you sure did mess up those lyrics in that last number.
Well, that happens sometimes, but it was a fun time. Did you enjoy the show?
Well, it was all right. Except that David Dean fella, I don't know about him.
No, David did a great job. And, of course, Ken Davis is...
Oh, well, he's a character. Of course, he keeps forgetting your name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's just Ken. He's just the mind's starting to go now. He's getting older now, and
speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Are the credits rolling now?
Yeah, now's the time when the credits roll.
Oh, well. How's come I'm not on the credits?
Well, you're sort of included with me.
What?
You're just included with me. That's just kind of how it goes.
I think I should be on the credits. I should get top billing.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm thinking about putting you and finding another ventriloquist.
Try.
Yeah. Yeah. I did like that Sam fella.
Oh, Sam, the 20-year-old.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get this camera turned off here so I can go look him up. He is a cutie.
Well, I suppose, we might still be able to find him later for you.
Yeah. He'd take me out on a date.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't suppose you're going to come.
No, I'll just let you go. I'll just let you go with him.
Yeah. That'd be all right.
Okay.
David.
Yeah.
You might want to be careful here.
What? Why is that?
Well, I'm really, really feeling a cough coming on right now.
Okay. Oh, should I put you back in the case?
That'd be a good idea.
Okay. Let me get you back in here.
Be careful. Oh, it's coming.
Okay.
All right.
You gonna be all right?
I'm all right.
Okay. Just get you in there. Okay. Good. See ya.
Can't see a thing. Turn the light on.